Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahshua, Bashim, Chakadash. The one said Apostle, elders, Jim, Master, who else say take you, Hakim out there, pushing his word, truth, and sincerity, risking your freedom in your life. To do so more so now than ever before, for we are close to the end. I'm kind of a little late to the draw, but this happened sometime last week. I believe on the night of the Passover, the night of our Passover, which was March 13th. March 13th to March 14th, which is March 13th, 9th. March 13th, the 9th, the night of March 13th, going into Friday. So it was Thursday to Friday. And essentially, this took place, which I'm going to get into. You can see by the title of it, the blood rain. All right, which was literally, well, we don't know if it was actual blood raining from the sky, but it was red rain. It says phenomenon turns beach into an ominous shade of red. Now, what does ominous mean? Giving the impression that something bad or pleasant is going to happen, threatening. Right. So it was an ominous shade of red, symbolizing, a threat or something bad about to happen. So the breathtaking sight occurs on the silver in a red beach on Hormuz Island in Iran. And it's funny because during our Passover, this year in particular, I believe we had a blood moon. It had a blood moon. And what is that going back to? Let's get that. Joel 2:31 was the blood moon, man. Because the Heavenly Father uses the moon as a way, to warn you or to give you certain signs. Hold on, let's get that real quick, Salakia. Yep, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha 43:7. From the moon is the sign of feast, so it's a sign. So the moon is used as indication. So we use the moon like to dictate when Sabbath comes in. Okay, when the Passover comes in, when a new moon comes in. Okay, when it's a new month, we use the moon because moon means month. All right. That's what it means. The moon means month. All right. We don't go according to the sun. We go according to the moon. And with the moon shows certain signs. So for the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreaseth, and her perfection. But it's another verse I'm looking for. Right. Verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a decoration of times and the sign of the world. So if you want to know what stage of the world are we in, you look to the moon. And the moon tells you, if it's a blood moon, war's on the horizon. Bad times is coming. All right? When it's a solar eclipse, another, when the moon goes over the sun and it blocks the sun's UV light, and it looks like it blocks it. It turns the sun black. That's the solar eclipse. That's also another sign. So it clearly told you. I'll read it again. Sirach 43:6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times. All right, to declare times and a sign of the world. So you want to know what sign, what stage of the world we're in? Look to the moon. What is the moon doing? And in our Passover, that night, it was a blood moon. So it says, Joel 2:31, the sun should be turned into darkness, and the moon should see the sun. That's a solar eclipse. And the moon, it's a blood. That's a blood moon. Before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. So obviously, it's going to be a great and terrible day That's about to come. About to come. And we know that because, again, the night of the Passover, the night of our Passover, there was a blood moon. There was a blood moon. So, and while we had our Passover on the other side of the world, they had this happen. The beach turned blood red. So I read a little bit into it. It says a beach in Iran has the internet talking after turning ominous shade of red. According to CNN, the breathtaking sight occurred on the silver and red beach on Hormuz Island in Iran. The tourist attraction caused a buzz after a tour guide uploaded a video on Instagram in February with a caption that translates to the start of heavy rain at the famous red beach of Hormuz. In the video, the strong rain gusts are seen hitting the beachside mountains as the soil rolls to the ocean water. The seawater turns a bright shade of red. Another upload shows people looking at the seawater turn red amidst the rain. And look at this. This is the picture. All right. See, when you read the Bible, you have to understand that this actually happened, man. This is not fictional. The Bible is true. Our God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is the true and living power. He's the true and living God. So when we read what happened in this book, you better believe it's gonna happen. And what happened in the past is exactly that. It's what happened in the past. You know, it actually, this is a historical book. So Revelation 16:3, and the second angel poured out his veil upon the sea, and it became as blood of a dead man. See, so, you know, this is Iran, you know, this was happening right, you know, that happened last week in Iran is not the only time. We had that a couple months back. I forget where at, but you could just type in, blood sea, and you should see like a whole bunch of articles where, that event took place, man. That's a strange occurrence. This is not normal. You see? But that's the, the signs of the Father, man. That's the second angel, pouring out his vial on the sea. And every living soul died in the sea. Well, in this case, that wasn't the case, but the water came blood red. You see? And it also happened during the time of Exodus, when Moses smote the water, and it became blood. That's when Moses was commanded from the Lord to show the miracles or the plagues, his power through Moses to Pharaoh. Yeah, man, it says, while it can happen year round, when it does, it is a rare occurrence due to the special mineral content of the mountain soil, especially a high level of iron oxide, which is needed to give the water its red color. Now, scientists is saying that, this becomes a mountain. But come on, what are the coincidences that we have in our Passover the same night of the Passover, this happens. The same night. Is it a coincidence? I don't believe it was. It says the Iranian Tourism Board states on its website that Hormuz red soil has a high economic value. Yeah, whatever. That's not needed. The organization adds that mountains on the shoreline makes the particular red beach and red waves of the sea a admissible sight to see. So, yeah, that was about it, man. The Lord calls a portion of the ocean, and it says the blood rain, and rain blood. Well, that's what it seems, So these things happening, man, and you're going to see more miracles in the coming times. So with that, I'm going to give up praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Chakadash. I want to honest to the apostle, the elder GMS. Salutations to you, Aki. Until next time. Shalom.